Hi there and welcome to This Week in Week Entertainment. I'm your host Franklin Nash. Welcome to This Week in Week Entertainment. I'm your host Franklin Nash. Now our theme music.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark.
Rapper 2 Chainz was robbed at gunpoint Sunday in San Francisco. In related news, rapper 2 Chainz has officially changed his name to Zero Chains. In more 2 Chainz news, days after being robbed at gunpoint, rapper 2 Chainz was arrested for drug possession at LAX. Which just goes to show you that sometimes when life hands you lemons, you shouldn't try to then sneak those lemons by the TSA, especially if those lemons are drugs. Justin Bieber's tour bus was raided by Swedish police on Wednesday night, who allegedly found marijuana on board. They first detected what they call a strong odor, and later discovered what turned out to be a small amount of pot. When questioned about the discovery, members of Justin's entourage admitted that they will go to any lengths to make Justin Bieber's music sound listenable. Chris Brown's neighbors are upset after the artist decided to paint large graffiti murals outside of his residence. Chris's neighbors consider the artwork to be an eyesore. Of course, everyone is familiar with Chris Brown's past artwork on the canvas known as Rihanna's Face, which later turned out to be an actual eyesore. In other Chris Brown news, Chris confirmed in a radio interview that the couple have decided to break up. Sources say the couple just couldn't see eye to eye, but mostly because Rihanna couldn't see out of hers. In obituary news, fans of legendary country singer George Jones, fans of rap star Chris Kelly of teen rap duo Criss Cross, and fans of heavy metal thrasher Jeff Hanneman of Slayer had a rough week this past week when the three passed away due to various circumstances. Having an even worse week this week, though, is the one fan whose top 3 favorite artists of all time just so happen to be George Jones, Criss Cross, and Slayer. We will unfortunately never know what a performance ensemble with George Jones, Criss Cross, and Slayer would have sounded like, but one can only imagine that it would have sounded something like a track from the latest Justin Bieber album. In other news, Paula Deen admitted under oath of using the N-word as part of a deposition regarding a lawsuit filed by a former employee who is charging Deen with sexual harassment and claims she was victim to several sexist and racial jokes. When asked to explain the context in which she used the N-word, Paula then ate 4 whole sticks of butter and passed out in her chair. In even more Paula Deen news, Paula Deen's sons Jamie and Bobby Deen appeared on CNN this week in defense of their mother, claiming she's not a racist because Deen bought Jamie a pair of Hank Aaron pajamas once. And if that isn't proof enough, she bought Bobby a Jimi Hendrix album, she's seen almost 2 Tyler Perry movies, and just the other week Paula said her favorite episodes of Scooby-Doo were always the ones with the Harlem Globetrotters. Over the last few weeks, singers Chris Brown and Rihanna have reportedly broken up and gotten back together several times, which has refueled discussion on whether or not the two are right for each other after being in such a rocky relationship. That rocky relationship in question is the one where Chris Brown is Rocky, and Rihanna is Apollo Creed, Yvonne Drago, Clubber Lang, and Thunder Lips. In more Bieber news, Richard Branson has confirmed that Justin Bieber has booked a flight on the Virgin Galactic, the billionaire's privately run rocket ship that will sometime in the near future actually shoot Justin Bieber into space. This is good news for Earth, because for a little while anyway, our planet will at least give the appearance of the existence of intelligent life. That is, of course, until Bieber lands back at home and once again, all hope is lost. You will be able to tell which rocket Justin Bieber is taking off in, because the takeoff sounds like this. Douche. In even more Justin Bieber news, just released this week a document that everyone must read and sign should you attend one of Justin Bieber's house parties, which states that you are liable for upwards of $5 million in damages if you even so much as tell anyone you were there. While most celebrities have guests sign a similar waiver, this one is different because it insinuates that one would actually want to admit that they hung out with Justin Bieber. Earlier in the week, Kanye West hit his head hard on a sign in Beverly Hills trying to dodge paparazzi outside of a restaurant. This was the first time Kanye West felt the same headache most of us experience whenever we have to hear him speak. In Bieber news, former NFL star Keyshawn Johnson chased down and confronted neighbor Justin Bieber this weekend after Bieber allegedly sped through his neighborhood at freeway speeds, potentially endangering the lives of those in the community. To be fair, though, this is only the second worst way in which Justin Bieber endangers lives, the worst, of course, being the side effect of wanting to kill yourself after hearing a Justin Bieber song on the radio, which comes in just before cat being tortured on the list of most unpleasant sounds heard of all time. After rumors of divorce, legendary rocker Ozzy Osbourne has admitted to substance abuse relapse, but says that he and his wife Sharon are not getting a divorce. Of course, that's what we think he said. He could have said something about a submarine and a giraffe, and that he and his wife Sharon are not getting a big horse. Maybe a small one, like a Shetland pony. After all, no one is ever certain as to what Ozzy says when he says it. But when he does, he mumbles it incoherently and then wanders off to soil his adult diaper. During an interview for Q13, Fox's affiliate in Seattle, Morgan Freeman fell asleep while fellow actor Michael Caine was being questioned. This should not be surprising, though, considering that the voice in Morgan Freeman's head that gently lulls him to sweet slumber is none other than that of Morgan Freeman. In related news, Morgan Freeman's dreams are narrated by, you guessed it, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.